Usually, the tropical garden in Judgipoo's courtroom comes to life the moment I enter. I can almost feel the plants fanning their leaves in anticipation of a nice warm steam bath. The lawyer-eating fauna can be observed sharpening its teeth in anticipation of some tender attorney chops. Today, things seemed quieter than usual. I figured something was up. Judgipoo called my case. Before 2 words were out of my mouth, he started yelling. He swung his attention to opposing counsel for a moment, and the plants and animals were bored as they looked on. My observation that His Honor must be having a bad day hardly merited a grunt. He made his usual comments about unprepared attorneys and selfish, immature clients, but compared to his usual harangue, he was subdued. Finally, the real Judgipoo took over. He didn't yell at us lawyers like he usually does. He entertained himself by gnawing on our clients for the next hour and a half. My timid observation that he should put limits on what portion of the wife's telephone bill my client should have to pay did elicit a snarl from him, but he was sidetracked when my client asked to let him please get the guns out of the house lest his wife make good on her promise to use him for target practice. I actually got out of court with only a small nibble. I felt for my client and his wife, as I know their ears were burning, but Judgipoo didn't yell at me or opposing counsel. In fact, I felt almost neglected, in a nice way of course, by the time we were done. I even felt sorry for the tropical garden when I left. I would hate to see any of it starve. After all, if it did, I would be deprived of one of my favorite writing subjects. But then it occurred to me. The only reason the Venus lawyer traps weren't interested in me and opposing counsel is that the attorneys who had appeared in the 5 hearings Judgipoo had presided over earlier today had obviously honked him off before we got there, and everything in the garden had already had its fill.